Welcome to TradeTheMBI.com. This is John. This report is for the 17th, and well, we're starting out with a nice little pullback into the previous ranges. The political turmoil is starting to show that it's appearing less and less likely that any of the agenda for economic growth is going to move anywhere. You can see we had a sharp spike to begin before right here of the orange above 13.5, and there you go. We'd also gotten overbought the last couple of days, and that is having a little bit of an impact. We've also seen a complete drop-off of short-term, mid-term buyers. Just there wasn't enough sustained movement after the buyers from the early part of the month to push. We'd gotten to the peaks, but a little bit of a fade right now. NASDAQ is way ahead of it. Still hasn't produced a major sell, but it's been overbought for, well, quite some time. So we have some significant targets that can be filled back in. Certainly, though, we have the ABMs. That's easy enough. I mean, you're below the yellow, you go short. Once you get below the green, then you have a turnaround point, and it goes from there. Euro is being propelled on this weakness because clearly the U.S. isn't going to be the threat that some had perceived. And flight to safety, bonds are going to rally on this without any question. And oil had that little buy signal, bounced off of it. Again, we didn't expect it to do a whole lot because of the weakness that was expressed from shakeout readings, as well as, well, the fact that we haven't retested some of those, but still it's doing okay. I mean, all things being equal, it's not a bad run, but when you get the shorts here on the DOC all the way below 7.5 and you barely made a tick, there's not a whole lot more room for them to dive further. Last thing that happened over here, right around the similar level, we still ended up with several, well, almost a week after, still rising. But it's got challenges, and those are mostly inherent in the oversupply situation. Gold, it's going to be a flight to quality again, and the reset here so far, right on the money. Similar concept, though, to the oil trade. Doesn't look like it's going to have a significant leg. Here's what we have from the 5K standpoint. We had quite a few sells pop in. Slide that over. We ended up with the plus 13.5 there. We ended up with the retrace. Ended up with an okay flat buy signal, but whenever I see that steel going above right here, and then you cross below and do an immediate spider, it's usually very bearish, and it didn't take long for that to actually take effect. And you'll notice we never got the reset all the way until after this drop. I mean, we're already down 14 going into it, which sounds like a lot, but that's just increasing the volatility. But these shorts led up all the way through the whole later part of the afternoon without any question. So I think we're probably going to capture a little bit more weakness now that it appears that with the political turmoil, the agenda concepts are pretty much falling by the wayside, at least timing-wise. They're getting pushed further and further back, and that is going to provide some skepticism to the market. And then if the political turmoil increases, I think we might see an actual major correction. That would be, there's plenty of room to have that given what we've seen. But for now, this is a modest retrace just from overbought, and this is what's going to happen. And it's not too different than what happened in the 93 rallies, and that is it was going, you had little fits, tiny little pullbacks, and then it started back over again, and so people look for that discount. But we'll see if we get some buyers in here. Right now it's going to be stabilizing at this particular point. That's not horrible. That reading wouldn't take much to get it back above the 13.5, and if you also have rising red DOC, it could get moving. But I think there's a lot of headwinds right now, so I think the long side is going to be a little bit more challenged going forward here, particularly given the recent events. As always, though, if you look for me on the Skype chat, trade well.